the person I was with was like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing bag. Hey guys, if you've been watching me for a little bit, you might have seen my video maybe a year and a half ago about my Nomad Lane work tote and how I pack it and what I carry for work. So in that video, I mentioned that we were at some point going to be moving to like a more open office environment, and I thought this bag would be better suited for that. Now we're in that environment, and there's just a couple things about this bag that are kind of bugging me. So in this video, I want to tell you like a couple pros and cons, or just like a couple things I can't get over with this bag as much as I do love it. I will show you a new bag that I am planning to migrate into, and then I'll also do a what's in my bag and kind of must-have items for a fully open, unassigned office seating situation if you are in that type of environment as well. So this is the Nomad Lane Origami tote. I purchased this a couple years ago now through its Kickstarter campaign. So the version that I have is not the exact version that is currently for sale. There's a couple of features that this bag has that the other one doesn't. I think one of the main things is this one has straps that convert it to a backpack in addition to the shoulder strap and like the longer crossbody strap, and I don't think that they have the backpack straps anymore. Other than that, I think the interior lining color is different, and maybe like some of the interior pockets are a little different, but in general, the bag is pretty much the same if you are interested in this bag. And I will say, it's really nice. It's not a cheap bag. I really do like it. It has a lot of really nice features. It has the feet on the bottom. It has a dedicated laptop pocket with its own separate zipper, and that pocket is lined with sort of like a microfiber fleecy kind of lining, which is really nice. And then it does have a ton of great little pockets in the main compartment, which also has its own dedicated top zip, which keeps everything really organized and nice. There's a couple things about this bag that I kind of just can't get over. So the first thing is, I really liked the idea of the backpack straps and I thought I would use them more, but everything is like a separate strap. These straps are permanently on, but the shoulder strap clips on and off if you want it, and then the backpack straps are two other separate straps that you have to clip on and off. So if you want the ability to be able to convert the straps on the go, you have to be carrying all these different straps with you, and that's like a lot. Number two, it's really nice quality. I mean, it's beautifully made. I've been carrying it for like a couple years straight now, and especially more recently, as we'll get into, I really like move around a lot and use my work bag a lot, but it's not structured. It's kind of, you know, floppy material. And so what I found is when the laptop is in its sleeve, it's hard to get things into the main compartment, or vice versa. If you have the main compartment loaded up first, it's hard to slide the laptop down into its dedicated space. And then a lot of the interior pockets, because they're like up higher on the bag, if you put something in one of these high up pockets, it kind of like sags and drags the whole bag down. So while I do like that it's a nice lightweight material and it, you know, holds up really nicely, it's, I don't know if it's like water resistant, but you know, it's like a material that's not going to be damaged by water or anything, but because it is kind of floppy and unstructured, I'm finding it really hard to load up. And the way that I'm using my bag, I have to carry all of my belongings around with me basically all throughout the day. So our office now has moved to open unassigned seating, which means every day you show up and find a desk, hopefully kind of in your preferred area, but then over the course of your day, you're sort of expected to be moving around. If you're in a meeting where you're going to be speaking a lot, you might need to go into like a more enclosed office or a meeting room or a phone booth kind of space. Then, you know, you might go to lunch, and maybe when you come back, you want to end up sitting somewhere else, so you take all your stuff. Basically, I'm carrying around all my stuff all day long is what I found. I don't just land in one spot and kind of stay there like I had expected. So I'm having to carry around a lot of stuff. So first I'm gonna unload this, we'll do a what's in my bag, and then we'll try to reload it into the new bag that I found. Okay, so this truly is my typical daily carry. The first thing, of course, as I mentioned, is my laptop. I want to say it's a 15-inch laptop. Is that a size? I don't know. It's definitely not like the smallest kind. I know a lot of bags, when you're looking them up, reference like a 13 or 14-inch laptop, and I think this is like just slightly larger than that. And it's like a little thick too. It has, I'm due for an upgrade this year, but it has, you know, a little, you know, some ports and things. It's not humongous by any means. It's smaller than my personal laptop, but it is like a little bit larger of a laptop, so need space for that. Then I have my planner. I'm sure you've seen my other planner videos, but right now I have it in this like plastic ring bound binder, so that's a little bit chunky. And here's one of my must-have items for the open workspace. This is a I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's a pencil case that basically converts into its own little pen stand. So I always had a pen cup at my desk, and I use my different colored pens in my planner, and I like to keep little highlighters and things. So not that I write a ton, but I do use that planner, and sometimes, you know, you need to take notes or something. So I really do like this because you can unzip it and kind of like set it up wherever your workspace is for the day and basically have a pen cup. Also, you can put your cell phone in the front of this if you want and use it as like a phone stand, and then you can just zip it back up like a regular pencil case. So I do really like this. I got this from some like Japanese stationery place I had never heard of before. I have seen them on Amazon. They just didn't have this color that I wanted. And I've seen them on some other like online stationery stores as well. So I think this is really cool. Okay, we have my precious, precious headset. This thing has been one of the annoyances of my life. A lot of people use the Bluetooth headsets. I have a Bluetooth headset that I use at my home desk, but in the office I just didn't want to have to be dealing with charging things and, you know, something unexpectedly dying on me. So I chose to go with a wired headset for the office, which for the most part is fine. But because I'm in and out and moving around so much, I was finding that the cord was getting tangled up a lot. So I just put like a little Velcro cord keeper on it, and that sort of helps keep it organized. I know that there are some headsets that come more in like a little case, and I've been thinking about that, but this is pretty light and flexible, so I want to keep using this one for as long as I can. And we have the power cord for my laptop, which is another thing that's like sort of a pain to carry around. It does have its own little Velcro cord keeper. It's not used all the time because at our workstations we have a plug that you can just plug into your computer and it charges and connects to the monitor and everything. So I don't always need to pull it out, but if I'm in different conference rooms or working around other types of areas besides those standard workspaces, I do need to be able to plug in. So this is necessary to carry with me. And now we come into like a couple random items, so I might stop carrying this. This is like some cleaning wipes that I just put in a baggie to wipe down those shared workspaces. They did start putting out tubs of cleaning wipes in our office space, so probably don't need to bring my own anymore. I also have just kind of ended up carrying with me, well, this is a whole packet of silverware, but I have like a little plastic spoon and fork and some napkins, just for, as you'll see, I bring my food a lot, so I just keep those in my bag since, again, I don't really have my own space to store cups and forks and things. And then speaking of the cups and forks and food items, I do always carry a water bottle. This is my current one. This will be another one of my office must-haves. This is from Iron Flask, which is a very nice brand of, you know, metal. Like, I have the big dumb cup version of this, but I really like this colorway, the kind of blues and turquoise teals. So I got the water bottle version of it, and it just has like a pull-up straw, which is really nice because I find if I don't have a straw, if I have to like sip from a cup, I just don't drink as much. I drink way more when I have the straw. So I've been carrying this water bottle, and I also have been carrying the same colorway in the Iron Flask little metal coffee cup. Again, you know, you got to bring all your stuff with you, and we want to use the reusable stuff. So there's coffee machines obviously around the office, and this just has a screw off lid. I don't usually sip out of the lid. I usually just drink straight out of the cup, but I do like to be able to cover it, so I keep the lid, but it also snaps open. And the really cool thing about this is whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you can screw the lid on from either direction and the opening can face both ways. So that's kind of nice. But anyway, yeah, so I always carry this as well. And what else do we have? So this is like a little crossbody bag. This is I believe this is the Ododo's brand. I'll have to double check. Yes. I had gotten this to take on walks and stuff, but actually it's really handy to carry in this bag with me, because if there is a time where I'm just getting up from my desk to go somewhere, but I do want to carry like my phone. I actually have 2 phones at work, so phones, ID, credit cards, that sort of thing. I can still keep those items on me relatively conveniently and, you know, like wear it over a shoulder, or I don't usually wear it fully cross body, but it's a handy little bag to keep with me. So I'd like to carry this, but not a deal breaker if it doesn't really work out. And then in this front pocket, I always keep my ID just so that I know where it is. And I will say that this ID lanyard kind of thing is probably another must-have item for me. So I'm not turning it around, but there's a clear pocket on this side that my ID is in, and we have, you know, like a RFID thing to badge into the building, so I can do it through this. And then the strap, I don't usually wear my ID, but it's nice to have the option to if I do need to have it with me somewhere. Otherwise, I usually just carry it with me. And this actually came with one of those like extendable, you know, real ID holders, and I saw in the reviews that a lot of people said that broke, and I didn't really want that part anyway, so I just took it off and I just clipped the lanyard directly onto the ID case, and this works great for me. I actually get lots of great comments and things about it from other people who are looking for something similar. And we're almost to the end of this, but then we have in some of these interior pockets, I have my wireless mouse. Don't always use it, but it is nice to have if I'm not at a workspace with a mouse, and another fork and a spare battery and a pen and a pencil and a napkin. Probably don't need those things because I have the pencil case. So again, here's the Nomad Lane bag all deflated, and as you can see, it's pretty floppy, so I'm hoping that the new one you're about to see will hold its structure a little bit better. So I did a lot of research, I looked for a lot of reviews, I was looking for something that, you know, was structured, had a top zip, had a dedicated laptop, like padded space, was able to fit a water bottle and my planner and my headset and all those other things I just showed you. And ideally had some kind of convertible straps as well to make it a little bit easier to carry around that office space, and just in general, you know, was lightweight and easy to move around in that situation. So what I ended up getting is the Pond LA or Pond Los Angeles Transform Tote, and I got the Air edition of the Transform Tote, which is made of more of a lightweight material instead of the heavier leather version, to make it a little more lightweight to carry around. But as you might be able to see from these photos, it can convert just like my other bag between shoulder strap, crossbody strap, and backpack straps. And the nice thing is, to convert it to a backpack, you just repurpose the crossbody straps. It's not like 3 fully different straps that you need to carry around. Just wanted to mention, I found Pond Los Angeles on Reddit when I was searching for recommendations for work totes, and they are a Los Angeles based AAPI female founded slow fashion brand. So it arrived in this nice dust bag, and I did just take it out just to look at it, but I have not tried at all to put anything into it yet, so we're gonna be doing this together live. But I did see that it's really nice. It's definitely very structured compared to my other bag. So I did, of course, just go with the boring basic black. One thing that I noticed right off the bat that I really like about it is the handles, even though they're like thick and structured, they fully flop down. I hate when you get something with handles that don't like nicely lay against it when you fold them down or aren't using them, and they're always kind of like sticking up weird or like flopping over each other weird. these are designed to fully lay against the bag when you're not using them. So the Air Edition, like I mentioned, is more of like a canvasy material, and actually the one thing that I'm a little worried about is with my cats. Is it just going to collect cat fur? So that will remain to be seen. It does have a full top zip and a really nice leather zipper pull. Even though this isn't the full leather version, it does have leather on all the edges of everything. The handles are leather, the zipper pull's leather, and then it has like these really nice silver metallic accents with the little latch on the front, and all the zippers and D-rings and everything are silver. So I'm going to take out all the stuffing, and then we will restuff it with my items. Okay, so here's the extra straps, and so there actually are 2 straps. That is not what I was expecting necessarily. Okay, we'll figure this out with the straps. So as far as the dedicated laptop space, it's not a fully separate zipped pocket. It is within the main section of the tote, but it has a little strap. And usually when there's like a little flap that covers over the pocket, it's a Velcro flap. This shuts with a magnet, which is really nice because you can just kind of let it go and it snaps right into the right spot. And then on the other side of the interior, there's, you're not going to be able to see this, but there's 2 patch pockets, and then there's 1 zip pocket inside. So not the like full array of pockets that were inside my other bag, but it is like a pretty standard arrangement of pockets. And then one other difference is my other bag had a bottle sleeve inside it, like on the side, and this has 2 exterior pockets where you can fit a bottle. Now I tried squeezing my bottle in here, and you can, but it doesn't, like, you can see it kind of sticks up above the top of the bag. Now obviously you could just stick it into a corner of the interior of the bag as well. It just doesn't have a dedicated space. So I'm gonna start loading this thing up, and we'll start with the laptop because honestly I don't even know if it's gonna fit in here. When I looked at it last night, I was like, that looks a little tight, but actually no, it's plenty big. It is just a little bit of a squeeze to get it through like the top opening of the bag, but it does fit in there. And then we have that little magnetic closure. So like width wise, there's plenty of room for it. It's just getting it past this zipper at the top of the bag, which kind of blocks some of the opening. And actually, considering there's so much space in that laptop pocket, I could, for example, put my planner in there alongside the laptop, or I could use that space for the headset, for example, to kind of keep it organized. But actually, like with the planner, that fits pretty nice. Let me try with my headset. That fits okay too, but it starts kind of encroaching into the space of the rest of the bag. So I'm gonna leave the laptop pocket for just the laptop for now. So next thing I'll do is my planner. I'll just stand that up, and the pencil case I'll stand up here. And then my mouse I'll put in one of these patch pockets. And maybe, does the cord fit in the other patch pocket? Oh, it does. Okay, that's nice. And that kind of, again, keeps it out of the way of the inside of the bag. And then that gives me plenty of room to put the bottle inside the bag if I want. And the coffee cup, I gotta carry that separate. And of course the headset, can't forget that. I just worry about it like snapping or something, you know, but there's definitely room for it. I think it would just be a matter of figuring out what order to put things in so it's not gonna snap. And then there is this large exterior front pocket that does have just like a couple sleeves. I think, yeah, maybe these are like pen slot kind of sleeves. Now, obviously I have a whole pencil case, but I will put the ID badge in here because I always just had it in my exterior pocket. And maybe I'll do like the fork and spoon. I'll stick them in here as well, so they're not touching all my stuff inside the bag. And actually, like, that all fits really great. I love that it has the little feet too on the bottom. It is, I mean, obviously there's a ton of stuff in it now, so it is heavy, but the bag itself, empty, is pretty lightweight. And then I'm just left with a couple of items left over. So I do have that crossbody bag, but as I said, I kind of don't want to carry this around anymore. I'm not sure I really need it anymore. And something I forgot to mention, but I brought just like a couple food items as an example, because one of my other requirements was I want to be able to carry a couple food things like for meals. So even if I'm not packing a full lunch, I'll just throw in like a snack, because a lot of times I'm just available at like weird hours. So definitely plenty of room to slide those in here as well. And again, because the bottle, this water bottle is like a little bit taller than the top of the bag, I wouldn't be able to shut it right now with the bottle inside there. But if I put the bottle, for example, in the exterior pocket, which totally can, I can zip it up. Yeah, great. And then it does also have like a trolley sleeve on the back. I don't really plan to travel with this necessarily, so that wasn't a deal breaker or must-have thing for me, but that's available. So yeah, I mean, that's really nice, and I think it looks really nice and sleek too. You know, I wanted something not crazy looking, not like a regular school backpack or anything, so I think that's really nice looking. I would like to test out the other straps, so let's see how this works. So I'm actually reading the directions, and they are 2 identical straps. So it says in the instructions, for crossbody, just attach 1 strap to the D-rings on either side of the tote. To do it as a backpack, you attach both straps. There's D-rings on the bottom 2 corners of the back, and then a central one on the top. So you do 1 here to here and 1 here to here. So they are 2 identical straps. So even if you're using 1, you only need to carry 1 additional, rather than having to carry 3 fully separate straps with the other bag. So let's try it first with just the 1 as a crossbody. And because the straps are, you know, interchangeable among all those functions, I will just say it's just a plain kind of webbing strap. There's no like shoulder pad or anything, if that's a concern, but it snaps right on and it's very comfortable. It's not like a little thin strap. That was another thing I wanted to avoid, was bags with like really thin little straps that would dig into your shoulder, because it does get heavy with all my stuff. But these are really nice, thick, kind of rounded straps. And then this one is pretty wide, and yeah, definitely very comfortable to wear like this. Actually, I would say possibly even more comfortable than my other bag, which has a like shoulder pad for when you're carrying it like this. I think this is actually really comfy. So now I'm going to try it the other way and do it as a backpack. So this first strap I'll do from top to bottom left, and we'll do that one from top to bottom right. And then I'm just not sure what length I'll need, so might need some adjusting here. But these are really nice straps with nice leather details on them, so that's very exciting. And I did just want to mention, in the instructions, it does specify when you're using it as a backpack, place all the weight on this large top D-ring. So I think they're saying, you know, don't pull it from the bottom ones, which I think makes sense, just based on how gravity works. So here it is as a backpack. Wow, that's actually really comfortable as a backpack. And you know why I think is because it is structured. Again, the other one, I hate comparing because I really do like that Nomad Lane bag a lot. But I think because this is more of a structured bag, it's not kind of sagging down and flopping. It's going to hold its same shape. I could just stand to shorten these a little bit, but it's actually really comfortable to wear this way. I'm really excited because I actually have a day coming up in the office this week where I'm gonna be moving around a lot, and I was sort of dreading it, having to haul all my stuff around, because also think about it, in the wintertime I'm carrying my coat too, or an umbrella or whatever else I need. So this is actually really nice to carry in this way. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased. I think this is definitely gonna meet my needs and be more what I'm looking for. I'm actually gonna go ahead and say that it's safe to remove these other little protective covers. I was keeping them on in case I did need to return, and I will say they're like very good sounding about returns and very understanding. They said, you know, they want you to be able to try things out at home and put your own items into it, but just, you know, don't take off the protective things so that you can return it if you need to. But no, I think I'm definitely keeping this. This is really nice and pretty much exactly what I was looking for in terms of, you know, having the different features that I want, be lightweight, and be able to carry the things that I have in the way that I want. Just wanted to come back now that I've had a couple days to use this at work. I actually just came home from work so I can show you everything. So really like this. It's really been like perfect for what I'm looking for. The one thing that does kind of bug me is it is just a little bit challenging to get my laptop in and out of the sleeve. Of course now it pulls right out, right? But sometimes it's just a little, it feels like a little bit of a tight squeeze to get it into that little sleeve, but I love the magnetic flap that holds that shut. I did already take out my water bottle, but I've been putting my water bottle in the outer pocket. That works great. I have tons of space in the interior for everything that I need without it feeling all like jumbled up and disorganized. I've been primarily carrying it by the shoulder straps or the shoulder handles, which work great, and I've also been keeping like the crossbody strap on and just using that over one shoulder, which is like a little bit quicker and easier than using these. They are a little stiff. I did have a chance to use the backpack straps the other day. We had kind of an event at the end of my work day, and I wanted to be able to be hands-free, but I was like on my way out, so I had to carry all my stuff with me. So I just quickly clipped on the backpack straps. The person I was with was like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing bag, and it was very comfortable to carry. I will say you have to be a little mindful of the handle when you attach the backpack straps, whether you want the straps you know, like over the handle, or if you want to raise the handle up and then get the strap connected underneath, depending if you plan to use these as an alternate or not. But yeah, overall I've been very happy with this. The other thing I'm still a little worried about is the cat fur, because I've seen like one-off hairs here and there, and I just feel like this material is probably going to collect cat fur, but so far so good. And you know, I try to just like keep it away from cat areas. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, and it's basically exactly what I have been looking for work. And you watch out, because you're the furry one. Yeah. But yeah, really happy with this bag. So I hope that you found this helpful. If not for a bag comparison, or perhaps you're shopping for your own bag, maybe you are in an open, unassigned office environment and you're looking for some tips on some supplies or must-have items to keep with you. So let me know if this was helpful. If you do work in this type of environment, I would love to hear what your must-have items are, or what type of bag you carry, or you know, how you keep yourself organized. So leave me a comment and let me know that. And thank you again for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.